Hello and welcome back to Oversteer Auto Reviews. Today I have this 2021 Toyota Highlander Hybrid Platinum all-wheel drive. Let's break this car down and complete a review. Up front, the 2021 Toyota Highlander has a brand new front fascia and it looks quite nice if I do say so myself. Here we also have the LED running lights and the LED fog lights as well. The center features a gloss black grille with parallelograms on it to provide cooling for the 2.5 liter engine. The center also has a chrome Toyota badge with blue lining it to signify that it is the hybrid level. The lower portion features a matte black plastic piece which looks okay. One thing I did want to point out is that the hood looks like it was taken straight off of a Toyota Land Cruiser, which is interesting. We also see other pieces of the Land Cruiser which I will point out later on. Underneath the hood you will find the 2.5 liter hybrid 4-cylinder engine which produces 243 horsepower and 186 pound-feet of torque. Those numbers, with the aid of the all-wheel drive drivetrain and CVT automatic transmission, will get you to 60 in 7.4 seconds. Considering that this is a 4-cylinder, that's pretty good, especially in this segment. The platinum trim level on the Toyota Highlander has some quite nice wheels. These are the 20 by 8 inch aluminum wheels, which look quite nice. They dress the car up and they eliminate some of the wheel gap that is found on the lower trim levels. I am fond of these wheels and say that you should definitely go with the platinum trims just for these wheels. Moving on to the side, we will find the other Land Cruiser-esque design that has been implemented into the Highlander, being this front fender piece right here. It's that block shape that you do notice on the Land Cruiser if you look carefully. Now, this paint color is actually quite nice. It is in fact called Moondust. It is a special paint option which you will have to pay a bit extra for. We also have these large and wide mirrors to complement the long design of the Highlander as well. The wheels fit very nicely into the color and the length of the car as a whole. Here we also have our chrome hybrid badging, signifying the hybrid engine, and the all-wheel drive badge, since this is the all-wheel drive trim level as well. These windows look quite nice. They have been blacked out to give it a longer, more sleek look as well. In the rear, I did notice that the rear panel looks a bit like the one on the Toyota Supra. It's quite interesting that Toyota is taking their different models and implementing one design into one car. I think it looks quite interesting if I say so myself. Let's move on to the rear and let me show you more of the car. The roof of the Highlander also features two chrome roof rails which you can add any utilities if you desire, for example, some ski racks. The Highlander also has keyless entry, meaning that the car is locked, the keys are in my pocket, slide in my hand like this, unlocks, I can open the door and climb inside. Same thing if I want to leave, close the door, the car is now locked and you can walk away and enjoy whatever you're gonna do. At the rear of the Highlander, you can definitely tell that this has been revised and modernized especially. Again, we have the blue line Toyota badge signifying the hybrid. As you can see, the badge right here, along with the platinum badge over here, giving the car more luxuries. The lower portion has a gray piece which flows nicely with this moon dust color. We also have two red reflectors on each side. I do like these LED taillights a lot, and in fact, I think they look a bit Lexus-esque. We also have this rear windshield wiper, and something to note about the inside of the car is that when you look through the rearview mirror, this mirror is quite small. So what Toyota has done is they've changed it into a camera mirror which is situated right here, which will allow you to see a better view of the rear while reversing. Let me show you the trunk and let's complete trunk test. Now I do have the third row up, so I'll show you a better view of what it's like to have a trunk test in here. Now the only way to close the trunk is through the top or manually, but I can tell you right now I probably would not close since there is an angle on the trunk area. Now another good thing about this trunk is that we have a home style outlet and the subwoofer for the JBL sound system. We also have a nice rugged floor liner with the back liner, so when you do recline the seats, all you have to do is push them in and give them a nice push. They'll fold down, and this whole plastic trunk cover folds nicely and gives you more protection on the cargo floor. Now underneath this cargo mat you have the floor, which has our tire repair kit and some extra additional storage with the tonneau cover, which you can attach to the back if you wish. Another note feature about the Highlander is that Toyota has included this seat belt storage area, so if you're not going to use the seat belts in the third row, you can have them fastened like this to reduce vibrations. Now allow me to show you the process of getting into the third row, which is not too hard. You can either go through the center, because these are the captain chairs configuration, giving us a total of 7 seats. Now, in order to move this chair out of the way, if you'd like to, you'll simply just pull up on the lever and push the seat forward. Once you do that, all you have to do is step inside and you'll be in the third row. Now I have climbed into the third row. Allow me to move the seat back, watching my feet. And it's way too tight for my height. In here I'm 5'11", and yeah, there's no way I'd be able to survive a long drive in this car. Maybe a short trip around the block, but definitely not anything longer. My knees and feet are completely restricted. I cannot move them except for my right knee, which is passing through this section right here. But let's look on the bright side here. These are leather seats for if you have shorter or younger kids. They will sit in here quite well, and they'll be comfortable and feel nice because they have some luxurious materials here. We also have these seat belts. We have the center seat belt, which comes out of the roof. Now, one thing I also wanted to point out is that these seat belts for the passengers come from the trunk, so you're gonna have to reach quite far. If you cannot articulate that well, then you might have to set your seat belts up some way to be able to reach them. We also have climate vents up here and over here. We also have 2 cup holders on each side, which can be nice. Enjoy the third row while you're short. Second row compatibility with passengers is quite impressive actually. I have this seat set to my desired sitting position and have a solid 6 inches of knee room and about another 4 to 5 inches of headroom with this moon roof as well, which is included in the platinum trim. These seats are leather wrapped with white stitching and they look quite nice if I say so myself. The door trim from the front and the rear also follow through into the side with this beautifully finished wood. We also have chrome door handles with the lock and unlock switches for the specific door on the left as well. Here you have a bit more plastic with the window switches. Doesn't look too bad. The lower portion features a cubby which can hold a large water bottle. We also have the JBL speaker, which fits very nicely into this door, keeps everything nice and flush. We also have some more leather appointments to keep the rear seats nice and classy as well. One thing I did like a lot about this car, which is something that most cars do not do, is the sunshade, which you grab like this, you plop it into these inserts right here to block yourself from the sun if you'd like to do so on a drive. Second row seats also feature the climate control settings and heated seats, along with 2 USB-A ports and a home-style outlet as well. On the driver's side of the 2021 Highlander, you can see that it's definitely a more upscale interior than it ever has been, especially in this platinum trim level. Almost everything is leather, except for some exceptions with some plastic. Now, the door panel is covered in leather with this mock leather trim piece over here. The lower portion features a smaller cubby. The left side also has all of our window switches and the seat memory settings as well. The left side has this fake carbon fiber overlay with this climate vent, which is relatively large. The dash is completely leather wrapped, which I do like a lot. We also have our hood opening button and the fuel cap opening button as well. The illuminated entry flashes once you do open the door to climb inside the vehicle. Seat adjustments are good. Forwards, backwards, only down and up, and the backrest moves forward and backwards. It's good. On the left side, we also have our tailgate opening buttons, our heated steering wheel, our rear view camera view, our automatic high beams, and our 120 volt USB setting over here as well. The left side, we have all of our different switches, which do function well. On the A-pillar, we also have this JBL sound speaker, which does look nice. One thing I do like about this Highlander is that the A-pillars aren't too large, which means that visibility is good. Let me take you on the inside and show you the infotainment system and center controls. The interior amenities on the Highlander as well are quite good. The shifter feels high quality, it's wrapped in leather, It looks quite nice along with this natural leather encased in some sort of clear plastic finish. Here we have the drive mode select system. It's nice and simplistic and keeps the dashboard and surrounding areas nice and flush. Here you also have the parking brake and the trail mode, EV mode, and traction control off button. We also have two relatively medium-sized cup holders. The center, we have our two USB-A ports and the regular port with your portable car charger that can be plugged in there as well. And the center armrest, I liked this quite a bit because here we have a wireless charger. It fits the plus-sized iPhones quite well, as I have noticed. If you lift this up, you'll find a very large cup holder with this tray table and the center armrest that goes down pretty deep. Everything closes nice and smoothly. Here we also have the steering wheel, which also looks like the one from the Toyota Land Cruiser. Not a downside because this is completely leather wrapped with this black plastic and all the functions for the center display and the infotainment system as well. We also have the blue start stop button, which looks nice as well. The turn signals and the wiper switches are nice and easy to use, large letters to see what you need to see. I do like the front seats of this Toyota Highlander quite a bit. It's definitely a step up of what it was in the previous generations. Now, with an all-new redesign, you also have a brand new infotainment system, which works quite well, especially for these newer Toyota vehicles. You have both sides as settings, and in these settings you have all of your climate controls, which can also be adjusted on here. You have your ventilated seat settings, which comes with the platinum trim level. You have your music settings. You also have your vehicle diagnostics, which you can see from here, as well as the driver's center display. All of these controls can also be controlled through the right side, just in case you are driving and you would like your passenger to operate everything that needs to be operated. We also have a navigation system on this vehicle, which you can see works okay. It could be a bit sharper, especially compared to the newer vehicles in the segment, but it still works quite well. Not smartphone category, but it's getting there, and hopefully Toyota can integrate something that'll get it there soon. We also have the panic button with this piano black trim all across the dash. It dresses it up and it looks a lot better than just regular plastic. We also have this carbon fiber mocked dashboard, which looks okay. We also have this inner tray system for your cell phone, and you have a charger pass-through if you need to charge your phone as well. Here we are driving the 2021 Toyota Highlander Hybrid. Right out the gate, performance is pretty good, not exceptional like you'd find in the V6 model, but still not too bad. I did notice that the 4-cylinder engine, once it does kick on after the hybrid motors, does seem to struggle a bit. Now, this vehicle does have a 3,500 pound towing capability, so it might struggle a bit when you are trying to tow. The suspension in this vehicle has been tuned to be on the softer side. Body roll is also definitely noticeable when trying to turn fast. The dampening is also pretty good, soaks up bumps really well. We went over a manhole cover and barely even noticed it. It's almost like air suspension. Now, the last thing about the Highlander, which really isn't my favorite, is wind noise, which there is a considerable amount of. Now, this is an SUV, so I can't really say much about it. Just know that it is noticeable. Overall, the Highlander drives really well. It's not the best in class, but still for an SUV of this segment and this power, I'd say it drives really well. The first competitor for the Toyota Highlander is the 2021 Kia Telluride. This vehicle does look a bit better in my opinion as compared to the Highlander, and does have similar engine configuration options, including 4-cylinder and 6-cylinder variants. Both vehicles tow around the same amount of weight, and the Kia Telluride does come a bit cheaper than the Toyota Highlander, but the Toyota will be more reliable.
The next competitor would be the 2021 Honda Pilot Black Edition. Now, I say the Black Edition because it is more premium, like the Platinum Edition on the Highlander. This vehicle also does come cheaper, but has an underpowered engine in my opinion. It does tow less. The interior quality is around the same for these, except I believe that the Toyota may have better interior amenities. The final competitor for the Toyota Highlander would be the 2021 Volkswagen Atlas. Now it is a Volkswagen, so reliability will probably be a bit worse than the Toyota Highlander. This vehicle in its premium trim does become a bit pricey like the Highlander. I would prefer the Highlander over the Volkswagen Atlas, however, even though it might not look as good.
And that is the complete review of the 2021 Toyota Highlander Hybrid Platinum all-wheel drive. In my opinion, I think it's a great vehicle, except for the power plant, which I feel is a bit lacking. However, the fix for that is just remove the hybrid trim and upgrade to the V6. I think that may be a better power for this vehicle. However, I think in the end that this vehicle does perform what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to get you from point A to point B, but this vehicle also adds a level of luxury to it. Now coming to the price, this vehicle has no additional options except for the Platinum package, which means that this costs around $53,000. In my opinion, I think that's a bit steep of what it should be, but when you think of what you're getting a reliable vehicle that looks pretty good and functions really well as well. This is all for today. Thank you very much for watching, and please keep on driving.